Good morning, one and all. This is Suresh Kumar. The reason why I'm making this video is a life in the UK. People are asking me a number of questions about this thing. I would like to answer to their questions. First of all, I'm so sorry why because I tried to answer to everyone, but still there are few people who are waiting for my response. Due to time constraints, I couldn't get the proper time to answer everyone's question. That's the reason I have decided to make this video so that I can upload this thing in my channel, and if people are willing to watch this video, they can get some information about the UK life. First of all, if you would like to come for the UK, you need to speak with the few people who are already living in the UK, which means your friends, your cousins, or else cousins' friends, whatever it may be. You need to take their guidance. Why? Because if you are new to this country and if you don't know anyone, it will be a big task for you, and you will be suffering all the time. Why? Because initially there will be some assistance. You need some assistance. People have to give you some assistance so that you can, after the arrival in the UK, you need accommodation first of all. So for that you need to speak with the people who are already living over here. So talk to them, or else contact them, or else speak them in the phone, so that they can arrange you a good accommodation. Partially it will be very difficult for you to adjust in this country. Why? Because the people who are coming in the January intake, it is the winter season over here. The climate will be very cool. In my point of view, the climate will, sometimes the climate will fall down up to -1, -2. It will go up to -7. So it will be a big task for you guys to adjust over here. Why? Because in India the climate is very different, and over here the climate is very different. So you have to maintain good health condition. There might be chances of getting cold and cough. Even sometimes you might feel feverish also. So don't be scared. Get some sort of medicines with you while coming to the UK, so that you can protect yourself. And as I told you earlier, talk to the people who are already living in the UK, so that they can find you accommodation. If they find you accommodation, it doesn't matter if you like accommodation or not, it doesn't matter, but you have to say stay somewhere else initially. So talk to them, get in touch with them, get some place to stay in this country. I mean, in the place where you are going to land actually. So after that, if you don't like the accommodation, just you have a number of sites like Gumtree, Indeed. Many sites are there. You can search for the good accommodation in those sites. And while coming to the education, actually I don't have like I can't speak in depth about this topic, but I can tell you my views on this topic. I belongs to University of East London, and it's a good university actually. And education in the UK is similar to the other countries, but the only thing is you'll be getting masters within a year. Actually, within 12 months to 15 months you can wrap up your course. So when compared to other countries like Australia, Italy, USA, they are providing 2 years masters, but whereas in UK you are going to finish your masters only in 1 year, or else less than a year, or else maximum 15 months. That's it. And what you will do after completion of your masters, you have to apply for the internship in the sense you need to look for the job which is relevant to the course you are doing in the masters. The internship time period will be around 8 months to 10 months. I don't know exactly, but what I believe is 8 months. So you have to get a good internship in the company which is relevant to your course which you are doing in the masters, such that there are two types of internships actually: paid internship and unpaid internship. In the paid internship, if you get good internship in a good company, the company will pay you. The pay will be hourly based. So the minimum wage in the UK is 7.7 for the people who belongs to below 25. For the people who belongs to above 25, they will get 8.30 per hour. This is the minimum UK wage as per the government rules. So it depends on the company which you choose to work for them. And there is one more thing, which is unpaid internship. Internship is nothing but you have to work for them freely, but they will give you some task. You need to finish those tasks within the given time, and you won't be getting any pay for that. So that is known as unpaid internship. So there are few students who are looking for the internships as well. If you would like to go for the internship, then you need to take a letter from the concerned company, and you need to provide that letter to the university, such that university will recognize your letter and it will provide that information to the UKVI, so that your internship letter will be accepted and you can stay in this country for 8 months, as far as I know. Perhaps some students, they just want to go back to the country. And if they don't like this country, not only this country, any country, but I'm talking about UK. Why? Because I live in the UK. If you don't like the UK, if you don't want to do internship over here, if you want just your degree, then you need to speak with the university people. You can cancel your internship, you can become graduate, and you can leave this country. So this is about internships and all. And while coming about life in the UK, guys, part times you can find very easily. Trust me, when I came to this country, it took only 15 days for me to get the part time over here. Getting part times in this country is very easy. Few people say that we need reference, otherwise it would be very difficult to get part time over here. Yes, I will agree for that, but not in all the cases. If you are good enough, if you have good communication skills, if you have patience to roam all over the roads, whenever I get a free time, I used to go outside. I used to visit some shopping malls, and I used to visit some shops. I used to carry a CV with me. Guys, if you want part time, you have to maintain a part time CV. CV in the sense, part time CV will be very different, which is compared to the resume, academic resume. So don't mix that and this. You have to maintain separate part time CV. Why? Because if you go for the part time, they will ask you for the CV. You have to provide CV, hard copy and soft copy as well. So after coming to this country, maintain CV. Okay. So I used to carry part time CV with me, and I used to give that part time CV in each and every shop wherever I used to go. So luckily, by God's grace, I have got a call from one shop, and that's how my part-time career has been started. Guys, trust me, don't worry about the part-time. Initially you will be struggling for the part-time, but honestly, trust me, if you try, uh, you can get the part-time. If you know someone else, then you can get easily. If you don't know anyone else, then don't worry. Okay, first come to this country, take your time to settle over here, go to your university, become chill, make some good friends. Okay, first and foremost thing is you need to maintain good friendship with everyone. Why? Because you don't know who is going to help you in the near future. So talk to your friends, talk to your batchmates. Okay, talk to your fellow people. Okay, get some information from them. Okay, make some good connections, improve your networking, so that at least one guy, in every batch there will be one guy who is willing to help everyone. So yeah, likewise, if you are lucky enough, if you speak with a good guy, then if he is willing to help you, then your issue is going to sort it out. But in my case, uh, helping in the sense, he just guided me actually how to get part time in this country, what are the ways to get part time in this country. He just gave me the moral support, which is very important to everyone. So that's the reason I made I have mentioned for you guys to maintain good relationship with everyone. Just go to university, talk to your friends, try to mingle with everyone. Okay, talk to everyone, so that you can get some information. And education in the UK, guys, as far as I know, as I told you earlier, the masters is only 1 year in this country. You will be having 2 semesters. for 2 semesters. I think maximum number of subjects is around 4 to 5, which includes core subjects and optional subjects. You know very well why, because you know you people have done the same thing in the bachelor's as well, so you people know everything. So the concerned departments will tell about the subjects and all, so I'm not going to discuss about this thing. Life in the UK, the next thing is, of course, initially 2 to 3 months everyone is going to suffer. Why? Because the climate will be a little bit clumsy and drowsy as well, so you people are going to suffer, but still you people need to maintain some courage so that you can cope up with yourself. And second thing is GP registration. After coming to the UK, you need to register in the GP. And one more thing is, people are asking me about settlement in the UK. Guys, if you want to settle in the UK, you need to get a job actually. If you get a job, you will get a work visa. If you get a work visa, the work visa will be around 2 years to 3 years. I don't know exactly, but what I believe is, if a company is willing to provide you work visa, they have to provide you minimum 2 to 3 years. Okay. So here I would like to mention two cases. The job conditions are like contract based. If you work for the contract based, then there will be certain limit for your work. If that limit is exceeded, then you have to quit the job and you need to find out one more job. This is the first case. And second case is, as I told you, you need to go through the interviews and you need to apply for a number of jobs in the online sites. If your fate is good, then the company people will come back to you. They will conduct a formal interview and you will be having a assessment period, as far as I believe. So if you get through that assessment period, then they're going to sponsor a visa for you, which is known as work visa. So underline this thing: sponsorship is very, very, very important. Okay, if you get a sponsorship from the company, you will be getting tier 2 visa. Okay, students who are coming to UK, they will come to UK based on tier 4. Tier 4 is the student visa. If you want to settle in this country, you need to get work permit. Work permit visa is tier 2 visa. Okay, for that someone has to sponsor you the visa, stating that this guy belongs to my company and the skills which. Guys, I have missed one more point, that is entrepreneurship visa. For example, if you would like to do a business, any kind of business in this country, you have to maintain minimum balance. I don't know what is the minimum balance. It will be around 1 crore, 2 crore, up to 5 crore in Indian currency. You have to show that money to the UKVI, so that you will be getting entrepreneurship visa. If you want, you can open a restaurant, or else if you want, you can open a shop as well. So if you show the money to them, you'll be getting entrepreneurship visa. I don't know the uh, I mean, what is the exact span of entrepreneurship visa, but I believe is it would be around it should be around 2 to 3 years. So if you run a business, then you need to pay taxes to the government. So they will come for the checking. They will verify whether you are running the business or not. If you are running the business, you will be getting 3 years of visa, and then your visa will be extended to 2 years. I don't know exactly about this thing, but I have got this information one of my class through one of my classmate. So yeah, I would like to add this thing in the video. Thank you. So if someone wants to sponsor a job to you, they have to provide a letter to the UKVI stating that this guy has all the abilities to work in my company. That's the reason I'm providing this letter to this person. Sponsorship letter. Okay, sponsorship letter company has to provide to the UKVI, so that you will be getting your work permit. Okay, if not, uh, you need to do double masters. There are few students who wants to settle in this country, So if they don't find any job, what they will do is, they go for the double masters, which is appreciable. So there is one rule in this country. I don't know, one of my senior told me that if you study for 10 years in this country, you are eligible for the PR. So as far as I know, no one is willing to study 10 years in this country. So I would like to I don't want to consider this option. So if you stay in this country for 5 years, minimum 5 years, you need to work in this country for 5 years. After successful completion of 5 years, you are eligible to apply for the PR, permanent residence. Then after successful completion of 6 years, then you can go for the, you can apply for the British passport. All you need to do is you need to get sponsorship, or else direct to visa from the company which is willing to help you. So these are the ways in order to settle in this country. Remember guys, you need to work minimum 5 years in this country in order to apply for the PR, permanent residence, which means either you need to get sponsorship from the company, or else you need to get tier 2, a work permit, sorry, tier 2 sponsorship from the company, so that you need to work for 5 years in this country, and then you are eligible for the PR. Okay, this is the way. And second way is you need to study for 10 years, which is highly impossible for everyone. So after successful completion of 10 years education, you're eligible for PR. You can get PR directly. And last but not least, you have to marry a British girl, so that it's a very easy for you guys to get a PR. But I know most of the people won't go for this thing. So guys, try to get a good job, try to get a sponsorship from the people, so that you can stay in this country. And one more thing I would like to mention is, I have seen few people who paid money to the agencies. You can get tier 2 sponsorship by paying some sort of money to the agencies, but those agencies will not provide you any job. Okay, they will just generate your payroll, and you have to pay minimum 600 to 700 pounds as a tax to the UK government. Okay, first of all, you need to remember, if you get a tier 2 sponsorship by paying some money to the agencies, those agencies are not going to offer any kind of job for you. Okay, so if you receive tier 2 visa in this way, you are not supposed to work anywhere else, which means UKVI thinks that, okay, this person has already got job. That's the reason this person has uh, provided with a tier 2 visa. So UKVI thinks in that way. So if they comes to know that you have followed the loopholes, then it would be very difficult for you. But I have seen few people, many people has paid money to the agencies, and they have they achieved, not achievement, it's like getting tier 2 visa from the agencies. So if you want to go in that way, you need to work in the off license shops. Off license shops, which means they will provide you money through cash. They won't pay you directly through bank, but they will pay you through cash. Okay, you have to work like that. Minimum you need to work for 40 to 50 hours. Why? Because minimum amount which you have to earn per month after getting tier 2 visa is around 2500 pounds. If you earn 2500 pounds, you have to pay 600 to 700 pounds as the tax for the UK government. If you pay tax for the UK government, the remaining amount which is going to be with you, you need to give that money to the agencies, so that the agency is gonna run your payroll, and they gonna pay tax on behalf of you to the government, and the remaining amount has been transferred to your account. Likewise, you need to work for the certain time period in order to sustain over here. After getting perfect job, then you can quit the work and you can jump into the I mean your concern work, if you get a good job. So this is the loopholes in this country. Most of the people are choosing this way, they are paying some money to the agencies, and they are getting jobs, and they are working in the offlation shops. They are earning money, and they are the money which they are earning, they are giving to those agencies, and agencies is going to pay tax to the UK government on behalf of you, and the remaining account is going to transfer by the agencies to your account. So that's how which is happening in this country. So most of the people will not tell you, or most of the people uh, is not interested to discuss about this issue, but I would like to let you know about this thing. And yes, I don't know about you, USA, Australia and all. I heard that Australia is going to provide PR, but there will be some credits. So, and even in Canada also, after successful completion of 3 years, you are eligible to apply for the PR. But whereas in this country, it's not that much easy for the PR application. So as I told you earlier, you need to get a proper job so that you will get a sponsorship, so that you can work for 3 years. If they like your work, then you can find anywhere else. Why? Because after successful completion of 3 years, you'll be having 3 years experience with you. By using that experience, you can get another job anywhere else in the UK market. So that's how you can get PR. But I know it's very very tough, and it's very very difficult. So if you try, you can get. If you don't try, you can follow the loophole. It's up to you. And one more thing, minimum hours which you need to do part time is 20 hours. What happens if you do more than 20 hours? I have seen few people, they will be like, bro, I just want money. I don't want to study. I don't want to go for college. So what they will do is they will go for 20 hours part time job. 20 hours part time job is the legally every student have to do 20 hours part time over here. If you do 20 hours part time, actually there are two types of part time jobs, which is cash in hand and NI. Cash in hand, which means, as I told you earlier, you'll be getting your payment by hand. The shopkeeper or else whatever who is going to offer you the job, he's going to give you the payment through cash directly to you itself. So second thing is NI means you are going to get a pay slip from the, for example, I used to work in the KFC. So all the food courts, all the um, shopping malls, or else dressing complexes, whatever it may be. So they are going to generate a pay slip first, and that pay slip is going to send to your mail account. After that, you are going to receive your payment through bank, which means UKVI can able to know that how many hours you are working, where you are working, who is paying you, and everything they can able to know. Why? Because you will be having your NI letter with you. You need to submit that NI letter to the people who are going to pay you through bank. For example, if you are working in a food court, you need to provide your NI letter, your BRP card, your passport, everything to them. They will verify everything, and they will offer you 20 hours job. You will be getting your payment, like you can get a weekly payment or fortnight payment or else monthly payment, whatever it may be. For everything, payslip will be generated, and these payslips will be monitored by the home office people, and these payslips will be receiving to, I mean, they will send these payslips to you in the form of email. You can see your payslips. You can count your hours, how many hours you have been worked in this month. So likewise, and you can able to know how many hours you are getting and how many hours has been deducted from your calendar and all. So likewise, your payment will be paid directly to your bank account. You will be getting your money directly to the bank account. So two things: hand payment and bank payment. So there are few people, they will work for cash in hand and for the NA jobs as well, which means 40 hours in the week. Guys, I know for time being it is accepted. I know few of the people who belongs to below poverty line. Many of the people, they'll take loans, they'll do debts in the country, and they'll come to this country in order to in order to earn good money. So if you want good education, do 20 hours of part time, and then get a degree, get a good job, settle in this country. If you don't want to study, if you want only money, then the only thing is you know you need to give your time to the work. If you do like that, you can earn money, but end of the day, you are not going to settle in this country. Yeah, there are a few people, money minded. They just want to come this country, and they just want to earn money, and they just want to leave this country. So there are two kinds of people. What I would like to say is, if you are sincere to yourself, if you really want a degree, if you really dream about your future, don't listen to anyone. Don't distract yourself. If your aim is to get a degree, then come work for 20 hours. Okay, support yourself by earning money, by doing 20 hours per week, and then go for college, go for university, study, do assignments, whatever. So be in the correct way and be in the right track. Don't distract yourself by following others footprints, okay, which is going to which is going to kill your dreams. So guys, please, 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 if you want to come to this country, if you want to study, if you want to get a degree, you are supposed to do 20 hours per week. If you do more than 20 hours, for example, perhaps if you want to do more than 20 hours, home office people can trace you, home office people can track your working hours. They can track you. If they come to know that you are working more than 20 hours, they will send you an email, warning email. But still, if you are working more than 20 hours, then they have a chance of canceling your visa at the moment, and they can send you back to their you to the own country. So don't put yourself in the risk by listening to others. Okay, just have a plan, follow the plan, execute the plan in a proper way, and build your career. Okay, this is about part-time jobs and life in the UK. As I told you earlier, part-time job, you are supposed to work for 20 hours, and college things, attendance is very important. You need to go for the college. Some people, they will give their ID cards to other people. Even sometimes, even I have done the same thing. But if it is really necessary, give your ID cards to your friends so that you can finish your things in time. But don't rely on others. For example, my friend is not going to college, so I don't want to go to college. So don't be in a silly way. Okay, don't behave in a silly way. uh, don't be a kiddo. Okay, go to college regularly, follow the things which are told by lecturers. Okay, finish your assignments in time. Okay, try to do by yourself so that you can gain some sort of knowledge. Okay, attendance is very important. If you don't have attendance, then the college has all the right to detain you from the university. So don't try to put yourself in the trouble. Don't try to follow others uh, footprints. Just have your own plan, execute everything in a proper way. you know so that's the main thing. So fees, maximum fees, which maximum fees which you have to pay in the university is, I'm paying around 13,000 pounds. So the maximum fees is like 13,000 pounds to 20,000 pounds, depends on the university which you are going to choose, and depends on the course which you're going to pursue. So I don't want to comment on the fees. And some people are asking about scholarship. If you are born and brought up in England, then you can get the scholarship. If you belongs to other country, then you are not going to get the scholarship. Yes, some people can get the scholarship, but they have to come from the European Union. If they belongs to Europe, then they can get the scholarship and benefits as well. If you belongs to Asian countries, then it is highly impossible to get the scholarship. Though if you are a Asian, if you are born and brought up in England, then you can get a scholarship. So don't think about the scholarship. And I have seen few people struggling a lot in order to pay their fees. So I don't want to comment on these issues, but if you work more time, you don't get proper time to sleep, and you can't come to the college in time, and you can't finish your work in time. So all I want to say is, don't try to put yourself in the trouble. And what else I need to tell? I have discussed about visa, jobs, and yeah, everything has been discussed. So if you have anything else, just text me so that I can answer your question. And one more thing I would like to tell is, don't trust anyone. Just be friendly with everyone. Try to know some things from others. Just talk to everyone. Try to get some information from everyone, but don't get too much attached with everyone. Okay, don't maintain emotional relationships with everyone. Focus on your path, focus on your career, do whatever you want to do, but don't distract yourself by listening to others words. Okay, this is the only thing which I would like to tell everyone who are contacting me. And I'm glad that I am doing this video. I think this will be helpful to you guys. Okay, if you have any issues, just text me. I know sometimes I'm not going to reply, but definitely I'm going to see your messages. If possible, I would like to make another video in the coming days. Okay, thank you. Jai Hind.